Hello, welcome back to my channel and a very special welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen and this is Jen Clayton Beauty. Today we're testing out some new makeup and this is interesting makeup. In fact, it's kids makeup, but we're gonna test it out. I found it at my local Walmart and I was intrigued. So if you're excited to test out new makeup, kid makeup from Walmart, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not, turn your bell on because I upload lots and lots of new videos every single week. I will link the products that we're testing out today down below for you, as well as my favorite beauty subscription boxes, all of the other makeup that I'm wearing today if you would like to recreate this look, discounts to my favorite indie brands, and come follow me on TikTok for more beauty and makeup. So let's talk about the kids makeup from Walmart that we're testing today. Local Walmart, and I always peruse the makeup section. I do a lot of drugstore makeup content for Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, come follow me. I do put up quite a bit of content, including makeup tutorials, Dollar Tree, and drugstore makeup, even Sephora and Ulta. I like to really focus on more budget-friendly makeup. And I was in the makeup aisle at Walmart and I saw the kids makeup section and immediately was drawn to this fun food-themed makeup. So they had a Cheetos collab, a Doritos collab, and a Fruity Pebbles collab, and I bought one item from each of those three collabs. So from the Flamin' Hot Cheetos, I bought these. These are the Flamin' Hot Crunchy Brush Set. Now again, on Instagram, I have a reel. I'll link it down below for you, showing exactly what was in each collection, the full collection. I just ended up picking up one item from each to test out with you. So I decided to grab the Cheetos brush set because I love the ferrule of these. There is a face brush and 3 eye brushes. You could also use this second brush as a highlight brush if you didn't want to use it on the eyes. So this is the face brush. I actually used this today to apply my blush, and honestly, it's really nice quality. The bristles are really soft and I was able to apply my brush seamlessly, and actually considering that it's from Walmart and kids makeup, it's pretty heavy duty. I really liked this brush and I can see myself reaching for this a lot. And then here's the 3 eye brushes. We are going to use these to do our eye look today. Again, I love the ferrule of these. There is a fluffy brush. Again, you could use this for highlight if you wanted, but technically it is an eye brush. And then there's a flat brush that we'll use to pack on shadow, and then an angled liner brush. Get all 4 brushes in the set. I'll pop the price up here on the screen and I will link all of this makeup down below for you. In fact, I'll try to link the entire collection for the Flamin' Hot Cheetos. And then from the Doritos collection, I had to pick up the eyeshadow palette. Now there was an eyeshadow palette for all 3 collections. The Fruity Pebbles was a little bit more rainbow. The Flamin' Hot Cheetos was a little bit more neutral. And then the Doritos spoke to me because it has some blues in it. It has some neutrals, a little bit more grungy shadows. There's a mix of mattes and shimmers, and there is actually a mirror in the palette. And the palette was $8.97. I'll insert some swatches here for you. It swatched okay. The mattes are a little bit powdery, and I did have to build them up to get a good swatch. The shimmers were pretty on the swatch. Some were better than others. I wouldn't call this excellent quality by the swatches. I would call it okay quality by the swatches, but as you know, swatches don't tell the whole story. So we're definitely going to do a complete eye look with the Doritos palette and the Flamin' Hot Cheetos brush set. But I did like the color story of this one the best. Again, in the reel, I show all of the other, I show the Flamin' Hot Cheetos and the Fruity Pebbles palette. So again, the reel is in the description box for you if you would like to check it out. And then from the Fruity Pebbles, I picked up the lip kit because this is absolutely adorable. There's 2 lip glosses. There's a colored lip gloss and a clear kind of top coat shiny glossy gloss. So we're going to put these on the lips today. They did a good job with the packaging. Definitely those whole Fruity Pebble vibes. Like I said, there was a lot of other pieces to these 3 collections, the Fruity Pebbles, the Doritos, and the Flamin' Hot Cheetos. And again, I show all of those on my reel on Instagram. So what I'm gonna do is zoom you in and let's start creating an eye look with the Doritos palette, testing out those Cheetos brushes, and then we'll finish up with the Fruity Pebbles lip kit. So as As always, I am going to prime my eyes with my MAC Paint Pot. I use this every time I do an eye look, and I want to give these shadows the fairest chance possible, and that means using my standard eyeshadow base. I use the MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. It is linked with all of the other makeup that I'm wearing today in the description box. I think I'm going to lean towards more of a neutral look today, and then we'll pop some blue on the lower lash line just for a little pop of color. So I'm going to go in with the shade Chip Dust, which is this kind of mustardy yellow orange leaning matte. And I'm going to use that to buff into the crease. So I am getting some payoff, just one tap into the shade Chip Dust. Not a lot of payoff, but I'm definitely getting some payoff. Let me see if I can build this up. There isn't a lot of kick up in the pan, which we know that kick up in the pan generally means pigmentation, and there's not a lot of kick up in the pan, but it looks like I am able to build this shade up, and it is layering nicely and blending out really well. It's actually a really pretty kind of grungy mustard yellow shade. So like I said, I am able to build this up, but to be honest with you, it's a lot of work. I'm having to go back into this shade 4 or 5 times to get enough shadow to really build up the color. So although it is buildable, it definitely takes some work to get enough of that color payoff. One other side note is it's pretty dusty when I'm picking it up. I can see kind of dust fly around. So make sure that you're tapping off your brush, especially for those darker shades. And then I'm going to use kind of this flat brush, and I'm going to pick up the shade Epic Crunch, which is this brown shade. It does have a little bit of a berry tone to it, and I'm hoping that it's deep enough and dark enough and buildable enough to put in the outer corner. All right, we're not getting a lot. We're not getting a lot. I mean, I see the shade, but we're definitely not getting a lot of payoff right out of the gate. And this is one of the deepest shades in the palette with the exception of that dark blue. And going back into that shadow 5 times, I'm able to pick up enough to give myself a little bit of depth. And I mean, I am getting the depth. You can see the color, and it is deep enough to have that kind of dark, deep outer corner. But similar to the shade Chip Dust, it's just a lot of work to keep going into picking up shadow. I'm really having to dig my brush in there to get enough shadow to apply to the eyes and actually see the color. My other concern is I'm wondering how these shadows are going to wear during the day. So at the end of the video, when I give you my thoughts on this makeup from Walmart, I'll let you know what the wear was of the eyeshadows, just because it is taking so much work to build them up, and they are a little bit more on the sheer side. They're not these beautiful opaque mattes. I'm just wondering how they're going to wear. And then with the fluffy brush, no shadow, I'm just going to blend. Oh yeah. So see, as I use this fluffy brush, I have to be very light-handed or I just kind of blend away the shadow. That's not good. That's not good at all. It blends away if you don't use a light hand when you're kind of blending those edges. And to give the shimmers the best chance possible, I'm going in with my tried and true NYX glitter glue. I'm going to apply this to my lids, and then we will test out the shimmers both with a brush and with a finger. Now we have 4 shimmers in the palette. We have a gold, this light blue, this kind of two-tone shimmer, which I'm interested in, and then this deep dark red. That is just a basic shimmer, not a lot of sparkle, but I want to try that on the eyes using my finger, and I'm going to place that close to that outer corner. I'm hoping by using this shimmer that I'll be able to add just a little bit more depth and darkness to my outer corner. So I'm just focusing that shimmer on about the outer half of my lid. It's pretty. It's a pretty traditional shimmer. Like I said, there's not a lot of sparkle. It's definitely more shimmery than a matte with shimmer, but it gives me matte vibes, which is that little bit of shimmer. I am going in quite a few times to build that up, but it is building up. Again, it's just taking a lot of work. So I went ahead and cleaned off that flat brush, and now I want to go into the shade Yummy, which is that kind of interesting two-toned, looks like peachy silver shimmer in the palette. This one definitely looks a little bit more sparkly, and I'm going to place that on the inner portion of my lid. Oh yeah, that's actually really pretty. I'm going to bring that over to that first shimmer shade, and that's going to lighten up my lid a little bit. Now this is pretty. One tap in and I'm getting quite a bit of payoff, and I am able to go back in with my brush and build that up. Like I said, this is actually a really pretty shimmer shade. I also want to point out there's quite a bit of fallout on my face. And then lastly, into the gold shimmer called Go Bold. I did clean my brush off, and I'm going to pop that right in the middle of my lid. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. That's definitely sparkly, and I'm getting quite a bit of payoff. It's a nice, pretty gold shimmer. And again, I'm just tapping that right in the middle of my lid. And then using the liner brush, I'm going to pick up that deep, dark blue shade called Cooler Than Cool. I am gonna tap that off. I'm a little nervous about fallout, and I'm going to use that to line my lower lash line. That'll pop in a little bit of color. And I'm going to stay really close to my lash line so that I can use a little bit of shimmer as well. Now this is going on nicely. I am getting quite a bit of color payoff. I'm able to go back in and build that up. And this liner brush is nice. It's definitely firm enough to really line the eyes. So you could use this on your top lid for liner as well. Clean my brush off again, and I'm going to go into the shade Another Angle, which is the blue shimmer. I'm going to use that on my inner corner and then pull that a little bit onto my lower lash line. Ooh, that's pretty. And then buff that right on top of that dark blue matte. So the shade Another Angle is pretty, but it blends away really easily. If I keep going back in with my brush, I can almost wipe it away completely. So again, I'm a little nervous on the longevity and the wear of these shadows, but here is the look. Let me go ahead and do liner and mascara, and I'll be back and we'll test out the Fruity Pebbles lip. So I went ahead and did liner and mascara, popped one of the ColourPop multi-chrome liners in my waterline, sprayed my face with my setting spray, and now I'm excited to test out the Fruity Pebbles lip products. I already have some thoughts on the eyeshadow. I'll share that with you at the end, but first let's go ahead and go in with the tinted gloss. It has a slight Fruity Pebbles scent, not a lot. It kind of is scentless. I wiped off the lip oil I had on. I have zero lip liner on, just bare lips. Ooh. Okay. This is really pretty. This is really nice. It feels really good on the lips. It's not sticky at all. I actually really like this color. It is so pretty. And then there is the clear gloss. Let me swatch this one. It's clear, but it has maybe a little bit of an orangey tint to it. Can you see that right there? Just a little bit of tint. Definitely, I think it will definitely show up clear on the lips. And I'm going to apply that right on top. Ooh, okay. So it's a little milky. Ooh, I like that too. Again, same formula, not sticky, feels really nice on the lips. This over the top of this definitely lightened it up a little bit. Like I said, this gave a little bit of a milky appearance. Based on the swatches, this is probably really pretty by itself. We'll add a little bit of shimmer to the lips. I really like these. Go ahead and pop my hair into a ponytail. I'm actually going to be heading to the gym, and I'll be back to share my thoughts with you on the Walmart Food Kids collection of makeup. So here is the completed look. I definitely have some thoughts. Let's go ahead and first start with the Flamin' Hot Cheetos brushes. Like I said, there's an eyeshadow palette, and there is another makeup kit with every line. Some of them have a lip kit, some of them have nail polish. Again, all of the products are on my Instagram reel. First of all, the face brush, like I said, I love it. I think the ferrule of these is really cute. These seem like really nice quality, especially for being Walmart, being a kid's makeup, being drugstore, being affordable. These are really nice quality. I love how soft the face brush is, and I felt like the eyeshadow brushes performed really well. The angled liner brush is the perfect denseness to really get in and add liner. So whether it's the top lid or the water or the lower line, this is really nice. And I thought these two brushes performed really beautifully as well. I would repurchase these. I actually like these, and I'm excited to add them to my brush collection. And now let's talk about the Cool Ranch Doritos eyeshadow palette. So as I was finishing getting ready for the day, applying my liner, mascara, and then popping my hair into a ponytail, I feel like these eyeshadows have already faded, especially that first shade, that Chip Dust in my crease, especially on this eye, is pretty much non-existent already. I do still see that outer corner matte, but it's definitely faded as well. The shimmers look really, really nice. And then I do really like that blue lower lash line. That dark blue shade looks really nice as liner. And then I do actually really like the Another Angle shimmer. Like I said though, if you do go back in with your brush, it seems to kind of wipe away. That seems to be the pattern with these shadows, is they take a lot of work to apply to the eye and get any opacity. The mattes, the shimmers, all of the shadows seem to be a lot of work to get them to go on, and then they seem to fade pretty quickly, and they also seem to blend away to nothing pretty quickly. So my first impression thought on this palette is I don't love it. I honestly don't see myself reaching for it again. I do like the blue matte, but I have a million blue mattes in my collection that are way better quality. I don't know how that would translate as a deeper outer corner, because I'm afraid again that it would just blend away to nothing, and then you would have this patchy blue mess. So I don't love the eyeshadow palette. Like I said, I wouldn't buy it again. I'm probably not going to use it again. Just not that great of quality, even for the price. Now, I don't know how the Fruity Pebbles performs or the Cheetos palette performs, but I don't love the Cool Ranch Doritos palette. I don't love it. I think my eye look is really pretty, but I'm really nervous that it's going to just fade to nothing throughout the day. I will go ahead and pop up here a wear test for you at the end of the day today, let you know what I think of the eyeshadow palette, but I don't love it. What I do love though are these lip products. These feel incredible on the lips. I love this kind of reddy pink shade. I love this milky gloss. These are really nice. They don't have a scent, which I kind of wish that they had a little bit more of a Fruity Pebbles scent to them, but they feel really nice on the lip. They're very smooth, they're very silky, they're not sticky. I really like these, like really, really like these. I may actually pick up a second set because I can see myself using those lip products a lot. So overall, considering everything, it's a pretty good testing drugstore food themed makeup. My least favorite was the Doritos eyeshadow palette. Favorite are the lip products, but I also really like the brushes. So I would say 75-25 is not bad. And again, I will link my Instagram reel where I show you the full collection at Walmart for you. I'll link all of the products. I'll link the whole collection if I can find it on walmart.com. I know that what's in store varies. I've actually never seen this line at any other Walmart, so you can order it online if you're interested. But like I said, I'd recommend the lippy, and the brushes are really, really nice. Let me know down below if you've seen this at your local Walmart, what you think of it, what you think of my look. Let me know everything down below, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Check out that description box for the full collection, all of the other makeup that I'm wearing today if you would like to shop this look, discounts to my favorite indie brands, my favorite beauty boxes, and don't forget, follow me on TikTok if you want more beauty and makeup. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.